Hello, hello, my name's Lindsay Brown. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to go through a notice of motion that Sinn Féin had brought to a local Antrim and Newtownabbey Borough Council meeting just a couple of days ago there, the 26th of August, I believe it was. Now, you go check out my other video. I go through the whole layout of the meeting. In this one, we've got the notice of motion up here and we're just going to go through that, and I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this, right, as I go through it. So, this notice of motion was put forward by Sinn Féin. DUP wanted some amendments. The amendments were voted in, and then it goes up for a vote as the motion with the amendments included, and Sinn Féin then decided they would go against their own motion because they weren't prepared to negotiate, they weren't prepared to talk about it, they wanted it their way or the highway. The motion ended up being moved forward and agreed without Sinn Féin agreeing for it, right? So it ended up winning with the amendments in it. Let's go through it, and please share your comments and opinions. So like I say, it was proposed by Sinn Féin. So it starts off by saying that this council reaffirms its commitment, as agreed in August 24, to oppose all forms of racism, hate and discrimination, and to support peaceful, inclusive and respectful borough for all. So I'm assuming that had come out after what happened last year with the Southport. And then there was some riots. So, you know, they put this in last year. Why does it need reaffirmed? It's not because racism has got worse. It's because the people are standing up more. The people are speaking up more. And this is their way to shut us down. There's not one person I have spoke to at any of the demos I've been that is racist. Okay? I don't know any of them that I've been friendly with that's racist. Okay? They are concerned parents. But Sinn Féin know that if they keep hammering down calling us racist, then they don't actually need to deal with the problem. Instead of putting these motions and putting all the work and energy into these motions, why not speak to your people and hear what they have to say? No, it's easier for them to suit their agenda to call us all racist. Anyway, Council recognises with concern the rising levels in racially intimidation and violence across the borough. It acknowledges the threats and intimidation made to the children and families in our towns and communities. Now, you know they're not speaking about locals there. So where's their fight for their own locals? You know what I mean? Locals are feared in their own streets. Look what happened to so many girls being attacked, being frightened to go out for a run, right? Where's their support for those women? Why are they not having emotion for those women and children? No, it doesn't suit their agenda to do that. This is all just to shut us up. I don't believe they truly care about anybody. I believe they've got an agenda and they're trying to stick to it, and we're getting in the way. So let's keep getting in the way, guys. Let's keep getting in the way. In line with our duties under Section 75 of the Northern Ireland Act in 1998 and our shared responsibility to promote good relations. Well, where's your good relations with your own people? Because I tell you what, I speak to a lot of Catholics who voted Sinn Féin who won't be anymore. So maybe you need to think about getting good relations with your own people and actually doing what you've signed up to do, which is to try and run this country, because you're not doing a good job of it. Anyway, number 1, Council agrees to reinstate that Antrim and Newtownabbey is welcoming borough to all, and that it condemns racism in all forms. Again, the concerned parents aren't racist. They are concerned about the safety and the different values and cultures that are coming in to this country. Stop trying to label us, right? Because it's not going to work forever. It is not going to work forever. Because you cannot shut us all up. Like, when did it become racism just to want the safety of your own community? You know, I said it once and I'll say it again. Our communities in our local estates was safer in the Troubles. Kids were able to go out playing more in the Troubles than what they are today. But Sinn Féin just want to continue to try and shut us all up because it doesn't suit what they're told to do. And I'd love to know, do half of them really believe it? Or are they just hoping that they're just sticking to what the globalists want them to do? by destroying the West. I don't know how they sleep at night. I really do not. So, DUP wanted number 2 and number 3 removed. Okay, so we're going to do number 2 and number 3 now, which DUP wanted removed. Promote anti-racism messaging, including sharing of information which seeks to dispel myths through collaboration with partners in order to counter misinformation and provide reassurance to all in the community that they are valued and supported. So what that is, that's to shut us up. So in other words, let's just shut up all the people that are starting to speak. And let's just continue to feed our lies and our narrative through the mainstream media to convince everybody that what they're doing for this country is correct, whenever actually no, we can all clearly see that it's not. And then in that one they say to reassure all in our community that they are valued and supported. Well, why don't you reassure your own people? Because I'm telling you now, they are not assured at all. They're at boiling point. They are at boiling point. Our communities are unsafe. There's men having to go out and patrol our streets. Why are you not protecting your own? Because it doesn't make you look good on the world stage. Sure, it doesn't. You think you're a big boy and girl on the world stage. Oh, look at us saving the world. Anyway, so I think that's good that the DUP, because guys, we got to remember this is just a motion to be brought forward. Each of these paragraphs, I'm assuming now, would be dealt with in a whole big discussion. So there would be a lot come out of these paragraphs. So for talk's sake, promote anti-racism messaging. So they would put a lot of money in to continue and pretend that there's a load of racists here whenever there's not really. Again, there's maybe some, but I think that money could be spent on our own people. And in a positive way, not calling them all racist, right? To counter misinformation. So we know what that's going to be. That's going to be to shut people up on social media, right? So, look, the DUP wanted that part took out. And like I said, the amendments were put forward and they were accepted. Number 3, explore the development of an ethnic minority and migrant support hub in the borough, taking inspiration from existing good practice across the region, with officers to bring back a report on proposals, including any resource implications to a future meeting of the Community Development Committee. Now, there is plenty of places around where, what are they calling it, to make ethnic minorities can go. Because I'll tell you why, I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay, I needed a bit of help whenever all my social media was taken off. Well, not all of it, but a lot of where I was earning money, and I struggled. I'll not lie, I did, because they tried to shut me down with police investigations and all the rest of it. And whenever I went into some of the centres that are had to help the community, I seen a lot of these people in, and the way they looked at me, I smiled, I was friendly, I waved, and it was them that was giving me dirty looks as if I didn't belong there. Now, they got served and seen just the same way as I did. So, where's the issue? Where's the issue? Why do they have to create a divide? If we're supposed to be all coming together, then why has there to be separate hubs whenever there's actually community places that these people can go just along with us? So anyway, DUP got that removed as well. Well done. Again, guys, I am not out here promoting for DUP at all, but credit where credit is due. Right, so those 2 were removed. What was kept in was the 4th and 5th one. Review the equity and diversity plans and associated training to ensure they remain robust, up to date and effective in promoting inclusivity and combating discrimination. So, the things need updated as the years go on, I suppose, and things, I guess, need looked at. Having said that, I do know that that was in place anyway, so I've done a bit of research. Number 4 was in place anyway, so that would have been something that was happening anyway, right? It would have been happening anyway. So again, if we go back to the start of this, where we want to reaffirm the commitment agreed in August 2024, well, look at number 4, that was already in place anyway. So realistically, you know, this motion that has now been passed, 2 and 3 being expelled out of it, it's not actually changing anything, right? It's not actually changing anything. So there was money, effort and time put in by taxpayers' money for nothing actually being changed, okay? So I didn't understand why Sinn Féin was then opposed to the new motion with the amendments included. And now I understand. It's because they know the motion with the amendments in is something that's already taken place anyway. So that's why they voted against it, because they want 2 and 3 in, which again is to shut us down. Guys, I don't speak in their fancy language. They think they're cool speaking in all this fancy language and it makes them sound smarter. It doesn't. And what I want to do is learn, educate myself, and come to you in a normal talk, in a council estate talk, right? Because guess what? We are proud to be who we are, and that's okay. Number 5, enhance multi-agency and partnership working with PSNI, the Education Authority, Health Trust, NIHE, which I'm assuming is the Housing Executive, and community and voluntary organisations to address radical intimidation, race hate crime, and to promote community safety. I mean, we all know that's already happening, right? We all know that's already happening. We know that there's ideologies being taught in school. We know that the PSNI are on us all the time, right? So that's all already happening. So that's why Sinn Féin voted this down, because they knew they were trying to sneak through that wee 2 and 3, which was come down harder on us, the people that are speaking up. Well, we're not going to stop, guys. You can get this form on Newton Abbey Borough Council. Please comment, let me know your opinion, let me know your thoughts. I'll comment back to you and we can have a discussion. Let me know if there's anything that you would want me to look into or anything more that you would want me to discuss. But I think this motion going through was okay without those 2 bits in it. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. I appreciate every single one of you. Could not do this without your support. Have an awesome day.